Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemfer here with the Shift Happens channel. Today, we're going to talk about limiting beliefs and how they play their part in our manifesting our dreams. So often we can start to think about limiting beliefs more than what we actually believe in. So we're going to see how that all fits. Before we do, always like, subscribe, comment. I love to help you. I learn from you just as much as you learn from me. So let's create this community. I am here to help. If you enjoy learning how to manifest with ease and simplify, this is where you need to be. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, so let's get into it. Limiting beliefs. First of all, let's talk about beliefs. Beliefs are changeable. They're not sustainable. They fluctuate, right? With our experiences, our information that we get from the 3D, we can oftentimes, we develop our beliefs from 0 to 7. We really gained our beliefs in who we are during that moment, right? During that time. But they can change, which is a good thing, right? And so I always want to go back to what is not changeable. What's not changeable is who we truly are. And who we truly are is Source. Source works through us as us, right? That's unchangeable. You can't just grab bits and pieces. It can't be divided up. Source is whole, complete, and perfect. You are whole, complete, and perfect. How we develop our beliefs is by us defining everything. Everything in the 3D is neutral until we define it. And jumping forward a little bit, that's how you manifest, is creating everything as neutral. How do we do that? It's a constant claiming and a constant defining of how we interpret our 3D world, right? So that's our power. We get to choose in every moment our thought and how it defines us, or how we can interpret it, how we perceive it. So often we get into this limiting beliefs, and I too got into limiting beliefs like, oh my gosh, I got to figure it out. I got to really dig into it. I got to really, find peace with it. Yes, you do to a certain extent. If a limiting belief continues to come up, like let's say, for instance, money. You're like, whoa, I developed some limiting beliefs as a child. By the way, no need to blame anyone from the past because they were doing the best with what they could, with what they had, right? And so we're going to get to that in just a moment. But our limiting beliefs, and everybody has them, and everybody has beliefs, right? How do you deal with it? It's recognizing it and being aware. Everything is awareness, right? You are awareness. And you find that if it doesn't feel good, it's not aligning with your true self. So how do we change that? It is a constant choice in every moment and an acceptance of who you are. When you accept truly the power within, that you are Source and you are walking in appreciation and abundance every minute of every day, you get to choose how you interpret everything, right? So some of these limiting beliefs are really, really ingrained. This is the first thing I want you to do, is be aware of your words. They come up more than you think. I know I had the same issue when I was trying to manifest money. I was like, well, I can't afford that. I that's above my pay grade. I can't, careful. I can't afford gas to go anywhere. I can't afford, X, Y, and Z. I got to be careful because I might be on the ledge of. Now, I don't want you to spend because you do things that make you feel comfortable, right? If you're going to spend and you have this amount of money and you want to spend X, beyond your what you have, literally, that's not going to be peaceful. That's going to be stressful. So of course you're going to spend within. However, infinite possibilities, infinite potential, right? So what did I do? I was aware of my words. I was aware of what I spoke to people. And then I started shifting it just a little bit. Instead of saying, I can't afford, I'll be like, I'm on a budget. I'll have to see if I can, join you to do X, Y, and Z. So it's kind of like when, okay, so let's say you want to manifest an extra $10,000 a month. And right now you see what you are bringing home. But you're like, well, I am starting a side hustle, so I'm in the process. Instead of saying, I am earning $10,000, extra $10,000 a month, and you don't believe it, you're gonna come up and all those limiting beliefs are gonna rise to the top. Careful, it's not, where's it coming from? How do you get it? You don't deserve that. That's for other people. This is all just play. This isn't even working. It's all, you're believing all this magic that goes on inside. Where's it at? Is it in your bank account? And so that your ego is gonna try and protect you and go, careful, that's a little too big. If it is too big, and it does feel, and those limiting beliefs do come up, take it back. Go a step by step. Go, you know what? Maybe $10,000 is too big of a step. I'm gonna go back and go $100. I'm gonna create $100 extra this week or this month. Do what you feel is attainable and then build from that. Oh, I can double that. I can double that. And that's actually what I did. I doubled it. I'm gonna make this. And it was attainable. But it wasn't so attainable where I always use the Snicker bar at the gas station analogy. It wasn't that easy. It was more like, it was within reach, but I kind of had to work for it a little bit, okay? So make it attainable, but just a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like, I always say double it. If I want to make $100 extra a month, I'm gonna say 200. Now, when I became aware of those limiting beliefs, I said, I am in the process of, it kind of gently said, I am in the process of earning an extra $1,000 a month. Instead of, I am earning 10,000, I am in the process. I am in the process of aligning myself so I can get inspired action, because that is how you manifest that money, right? You are aligned and you have that inspired action. So be a little more gentle. Be aware of your words. Your words will lead you back to your beliefs. And so when you find them, I'm gonna allow you to go back into your past for a brief moment. And that's okay, because we're gonna remember it differently. This is when Neville Goddard started talking about revision, right? And revision can help you. It's a memory. You can't really experience the past unless you experience it again by the memory. Shift it and say, you know what? My mom taught me money doesn't grow on trees. But I think you can change that story to, it doesn't just grow on trees, it grows on plants, it grows everywhere. It kind of does grow on trees because it is paper. Some, it grows on the earth too. It grows in the Ethernet because it's credit now, right? You can have fun and change that story. But here's one thing I want you to do is find peace. When you find peace, and this is how you're gonna do it. So when you explore those limiting beliefs, and I got my notes here, and you forgive yourself, forgive your mom or dad or whoever that kind of implemented those limiting beliefs, and say, understand, I see you. I understand, mom or dad. You did the best with what you could. You were experiencing your own path. And I know that your path is separate from my path, right? You're making choices, I'm making choices. And then you say, I understand, I interpret it differently. I am now going to interpret it differently to make it an ideal situation for myself. So you do the understand for them and an understanding for yourself, and everything is at ease, at peace. And then you say, I accept you for exactly who you were. You were trying to protect me, and I appreciate and love you. I thank you. And then you accept yourself. I accept myself for believing that, because why wouldn't I? That's my mom and dad, and I love them. And then you're saying, I accept it, but I'm gonna accept my new story now too, right? And then you go away with appreciation. I appreciate you, mom and dad. You did the best with what you could, and that's your path. And I appreciate myself because I see what I have, and now I'm recognizing my power. And I'm gonna shift to a really cool life. All right, I appreciate you. And then all of a sudden, you might have to do that several times with one of those limiting beliefs, but you find the peace. You cannot go forward until you find your peace. And that's how you find your peace. You understand, them, you understand yourself. You accept them, you accept yourself. And you appreciate them, and you appreciate yourself. Those are 3 steps to just finding that peace with that limiting belief. Because again, everything is neutral until you make define what it is, all right? So choose wisely. You have a choice in thought. It's in my book. You can, listen, get some coaching. I love to help people with this because I struggled with it too, and I'm still on that journey, right? We can learn from each other. I learn from you just as much as you learn from me. So I appreciate you being along with in this community, helping each other out. Subscribe, like, and comment. Appreciate you. Till next time. All right. Bye-bye.